Seek God with passion. Be donated to kingdom service. Be donated. Talking about the service of your father. Exodus 23:25. You shall love the Lord your God. Shall serve the Lord your God. Serve. And he shall bless your bread and your water. He shall take sickness away from you. There shall nothing cast there. No miscarriage, no barrenness. That is, I guarantee your marriage. Do you know that it was in the service of her father that Rebecca, carrying her father's animals to the watering, that she met? Please don't be distracted by movement of chair. Chair cannot marry you. I'm talking to people here who are looking that side. Just face here. Hallelujah. It was in the course of serving her father that Rebecca, Genesis 24, met with the person that was the link to Isaac, her husband. It was in the course of serving their father that the daughters of Jethro, in Exodus chapter 2, I believe from verse 19, that they met Moses, who became the husband of one of them, serving their father. But this is more exciting to me. It was in the course of the service of her father, Rachel was carrying the flock of her father. In Genesis chapter 29, I think it was in verse 9, that she met. While the years spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And Jacob met her, fell in love with her, and started crying. Do you know that I just began to think, when they came home, Jacob said, no, the firstborn marries first. Rachel is second. Marry Leah. Why was Leah not in the service? It wasn't Leah that carried the sheep. It was not Jacob's fault after all. It was the one that was serving that he saw and that he fell in love with. If the junior does not accept responsibility, if the senior does not accept responsibility, the senior may not see possibility. If the senior does not accept responsibility, the senior may end as a liability. So it's not your age in church. It's not your age physically. What is the level to which you are serving your father? I met my wife and she met me in the course of the service of my father. Am I communicating at all? This is very, very important. And for some of us, you are saying, I am already serving God. Maybe God may show you more acceptable ways of service, or additional service he wants you to do, or how he wants you to go about the service. One of his quality daughters to help you to serve better. Be donated to the service of the Father. Number 3, possess the picture of a purposeful, godly kingdom marriage. Let that picture fill your mind. Purposeful, godly kingdom marriage. What is that saying to you? Refuse ceremonial marriage. That is marriage, ceremonial, ordinary marriage. This is my husband, this is my wife. Nothing more. Only for the gratification of the flesh and the production of children. Nothing beyond such a vision. So that everybody can know I am Mrs. So that they can see wedding ring on my finger. Just go far beyond such a mundane vision. What would be the implication of your marriage to the kingdom? What is your vision? What is your kingdom vision for your marital life? I'm not saying you are to be a pastor. I'm not saying you are to be an evangelist. But you are. What is in your mind? Beyond, let nobody say I'm still single. Beyond, let me not born in the flesh and fall into sin. Beyond, let me have children also. Beyond that, what else is your vision? God gave Adam a wife because he had given him a work. He didn't give Adam a wife because Adam was seeing all the animals with mate and he didn't have. So he went to God and said, I saw dog, I saw doggess. I saw lion, I saw lioness. I saw goat, I saw goatess. Where is Mrs. Adam? That was not what pushed Adam. God gave Adam work, then he gave Adam wife. If it is something that has not crossed your mind, I like it to cross, and I like you to settle it with God. If God give you a husband, what will you do with that husband where the kingdom is concerned? If God gave you a wife, what will you do with that wife? Where the kingdom is concerned. I like you to shift level. Everything about my life and destiny was sorted between me and God before wife became a subject. Everything, what to do with life, where I am headed. Wife only became a portion of the vision. That is a complement to ensure that the vision and the assignment that was given be fulfilled. Wife was not separate from the calling. It wasn't separate from the vision. It was not separate from what to do with life. I have a ministry and I have a wife. No. I have a ministry and I have a marriage. No, marriage was ministry. Ministry was inside. The marriage and ministry were one. And like I said, it's not that you have to be a pastor. No, we all cannot be pastors. But as a businessman, as a political person, who is a kingdom person, what is your kingdom vision? And what is the purpose of that marriage within that vision? Settle it. And while I was preparing for this meeting, God gave me the necessity for an immediate follow-up meeting, which I will tell you about just now. You know how our schedule is, right? But this is so important that the time had to be created for it and created again. You know, listen, for as long as Sarah, please take your seat, God bless you. As long as Hannah was looking for child so she can be like other women, she continued to look for child without solution. But the moment that child became a vision for the kingdom, Lord, give me a child and I'll give you a prophet. That was the end of that frustration. When we can come before God and say, look, Lord, I'm not just I'm so sorry for trying to marry for normal marriage purpose. Now I want you to understand this kingdom dimension. In fact, you let me know what you want my marriage to represent in your kingdom, and then you run with that, and you have that picture. You see yourself and your husband. You are not the one doing the crusade, but you are at the crusade field, right? You are setting the platform. Setting the platform means, the other day somebody said he came with his wife, went on his knees, and he said, I've been hearing about what God is doing in various crusades, and I want to be a part of it. I hear that there are some more crusades in Nigeria, within Nigeria, in the month of June, like Kebbi and Gombe. I think I want to choose the Kebbi one, and I'm he dropped money, 50 million, 60 million, 70 million. How many million? He dropped money. She said, I just wanted to let you. He came with his wife. They went on their knees. That is a couple that are not just earthly, just normally married, but kingdom minded, doing kingdom assignment. I prayed, laid hands on them. Get a normal, natural wife. And they say, I want to give 5 million to the kingdom. We say, to who? She will bring you a list of 10 million. Say, finish with this list first. And she knows you don't have the money. Hinder you to a standstill. And vice versa. You marry a husband that is a house band. He band you. It's a rubber band around the house. You're unable to fulfill destiny. So it is very, very important to shift from ceremonial reason to marry into king. Now that will break the back of the devil and allow God to step in with you in a hurry.